Okay, so this is skill sheet, I don't know, skill sheet 5. Not going to spend a lot of time explaining this one. Skill sheet 5, Emma, get out of that and be listening to me. Skill sheet 5. Some of you turned it in yesterday. If you did, that's fine. Skill sheet 5. Read the directions up here, talking about compass rose, the key, all of that. Then you'll answer the 6 questions down here. That's pretty much all we're going to say about this one. Got it? Okay. Skill sheet 6. We're going to spend a little more time on skill sheet 6. Skill sheet 6, it tells you you're going to turn to page 348 and 349 to find the answers. You're just going to put the number of these 28 things in the circles. Then you're going to color Canada green. Remember, when you color Canada green, color around the circles so I can read your numbers. Everybody understand that one? Mm-hmm. Now, turn to skill sheet 7. This one takes your absolute best listening years. Not hard if you got your best listening years on. This is one of those where they give you a box with directions in it, but then they also give you directions up here at the top. Your answers are on both pages 25 and 32 in your history book, so turn to page 25. Page 25, you see the map. Page 25 of your history book. That's where you see the map there. Back to this, back to the box. It tells you to label the provinces and territories and their capitals. So if I were you, I would do that first. That information is what you're going to find on page 25. So on page 25, you can see the capitals have the dot with the circle around it. So just starting over here at the edge. You'll start with British Columbia, and you'll write British Columbia on there, and then you'll write Vancouver. Not Vancouver, Victoria. The one that has the dot with the circle. Everybody understand? And then you'll just go all the way across and label all of the capitals and the provinces or territories. So that right there is 26 things. Everybody understand that? Mm-hmm. Now, back to this little box here. You're going to number these 3 places. So back to page 25 in your history book, you look and you find Ottawa, then put a 1 in the circle that would for Ottawa. 2, put 2 in the circle, 3 in the circle. Now this is where it gets tricky if you're not listening to me. Then you have to color the provinces purple. That's why you need page 32. So turn to page 32. And it tells you that these 10 are your provinces. So you got to look and see, okay, Quebec is a province. So then I got to go back to 25. I got to find Quebec on this map in my book. So I'll know where Quebec is over here. So, well, no, actually, if you've already labeled them, it's not a problem. So you know Quebec is a province, so you're going to find Quebec where you labeled it on here, color it yellow. Ontario is a province, so find where you labeled Ontario on here, color it yellow. But these 3 down here are your territories. Northwest Territory, Nunavut, and Yukon. Find Northwest Territory on here, color it. I think I said that backwards. Yes. Provinces are purple, territories are yellow. Sorry, I said that backwards. You get what I'm saying, though. Everybody understand? Okay. Same as always. When you are coloring, you color it around what you write so that I can read it. So don't color over what you've written so darkly that I can't read it. Color around it. Or color it and then write really darkly over top of it. Any questions on that? All right. Make sure that you have this underlined, bolded, stars around it, something, so you don't just do what's in this box. Make sure you have page 25 and 32 on here. 25 is your map. 32 is where it's going to tell you if it's a province or if it's a territory. All of those will be due probably Wednesday of next week. Skill sheets 5, 6, and 7. Okay, everybody freeze and have your desk cleared off. Desk cleared off. All right. We are getting ready to start about Canada. That should be kind of obvious by this point. Don't try to staple that book. You're going to tear up my stapler doing stuff like that. So you are going to make a postcard about a Canadian province. Listen very closely to the words coming out of my mouth. Do not make it postcard sized. I do not want to have to worry about losing a little itty bitty postcard, and I do not want to have to worry about getting a magnifying glass so I can see the flippin' thing. Make it full size piece of paper. What you'll do is you'll get a piece of paper. Two choices. You can do this on the computer or you can do it by hand. Either way, you're going to get a piece of paper like you would print off of the computer, so there are no lines on it. And you're going to turn it this way, sideways, like this. So it looks like a postcard, but it's full size. I tell you on the front, you're going to write a province name and a color drawing of scenery from the province. But I don't care if it's actually a drawing. If I were you, I would get on the computer, find a nice picture of my province, and just print it off. But if you like to draw, go for it. Personally, I can't draw, so not going to happen. So, I'm going to make a postcard for Kentucky, our state. You're going to do the exact same basic thing, but you're going to do it for your province. So, on the front, I say you got to have the name of your province. So, on the front, I would write or type Kentucky. And then a color drawing of scenery from the province. I can't draw. If I could, I would draw, the fence and then have nice green grass. And then I would have a horse. I'm not going to try to draw a horse. I'm just going to write the word horse. Now, y'all got to do better than that. I'm also doing this a whole lot faster than you all are going to do it. Take your time on it. Guys, just listen to me. I'll take questions after I have thoroughly explained this. But you get the idea on the front, right? Yeah. And your horse would actually have to be drawn and colored and, actually have pretty grass. And, yeah, you get it. On the back, I tell you that you're going to put the province, capital, and the population. What you're going to do is you're going to write capital, colon, and then the name of your capital. For us, that's Frankfurt. Then you're going to write population, colon, and then a number. I don't know how many, that you would have to Google that to get what the population of your province is. The rest of this, I tell you, is going to be in a letter. So I'm going to be looking for correct letter form. It's a postcard. So dear mom, dad, aunt, uncle, best friend, dog, I don't care. Dear something. For me, I always just pick my husband. So dear Jason, comma. Then you're going to write a letter with sentences, capital letter at the beginning, punctuation at the end. Persuasive letter. You want to make it sound like, hey, you really need to come to this province, wherever the province is. For me, it's going to be, hey, you really need to come to Kentucky. So, we really need to visit Kentucky sometime. And then I tell you that you need to tell me about the physical regions. There's 8 physical regions in Kentucky. Including the Palisades, the Knobs, and I'm not going to be able to remember them all, and then I would go on with it. Physical regions, that's your mountains, that's your rivers, that's your valleys, that's any of that. So next I could put out west, the western part of Kentucky. Has the land between the lakes. I would write about the Ohio River, the Mississippi River, any of the physical regions that are in Kentucky. There's a bunch in Kentucky. Once again, like I said, this is going to be a very smaller version of what I expect you to do, because I'm trying to not take forever to go over this. Then I tell you, you're going to tell me 3 interesting facts about the province. So I would write 3 interesting facts. One I'm going to put is they have the Kentucky Derby there every year. You could, yes, you could, interesting facts. Could be festivals that they have there, could be a weird food that they eat, could be a industry that they have, a natural resource that they have, something interesting about it. And then tell me provinces, territories, oceans that border it. So I would put, if I'm doing Kentucky, I would put it is bordered by, and I'll be here for a while. West Virginia, I would expect you to write it down. I'm trying to hurry. Virginia, Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, Tennessee. Aren't we by Missouri? Yeah, I was going to say Missouri. Ohio River. Yeah, and Mississippi River. We're bordered by a lot of stuff. And then I would end it with a closing. It's my husband, so I'm going to end it with love, but it could be thanks, sincerely, thinking of you, Dustin, head up, whatever. Love, Jen. Makes sense? As Emma pointed out, it's extremely slanted. If you were actually doing this, what I would highly suggest is get a ruler and draw lines on the back. So you're not doing this slant thing that I'm doing. But that's a basic idea of what I'm going for. I tell you down here, to get the full credit, you got to have all the things. So you got to have all of this. It's exceptionally attractive. So it looks really good. And there are no grammatical mistakes. That means it looks like a letter. That means that the dear, you have dear, whoever, and a comma. You have capital letters, you have punctuation. That means that your signature, your closing in your signature, is over to the right side. Correct letter format. Any questions? All right.